Hello and welcome to Cinema Wellman. I'm your host, David, and today I just want to say a quick thank you to Catherine O'Hara, and I will do my best to do so without crying. If you're a fan of smiling or laughing, chances are that some of that was caused by Catherine O'Hara at some point in your life. Whether she was Lola Heatherton, Delia Dietz, Kate McAllister, Moira Rose, or Gail, the Mr. Softy driver from After Hours, Catherine O'Hara is most likely personally responsible for provoking many of your own smiles and laughs over the years. Born in Toronto, Canada in 1954, Catherine O'Hara was one of the brightest bulbs in television and movies in a career spanning half a century. The world got a lot sadder last week with her passing at the age of 71. I was at work that day, and it was Crystal who informed me of the news, and it was interesting to notice the reactions of others when they learned of her passing. My team at work at the factory, which I love to call it, is made up of people of varied ages, so everyone had their own Catherine O'Hara, which makes her even more special. My thoughts went to where I first saw her, and that was as a key member of the SCTV television network in 1976. I was in 8th grade, and SCTV was absolutely hysterical, and it was part of my trinity of comedy, along with Monty Python and Saturday Night Live. The cast of that show included comedy greats Joe Flaherty, Eugene Levy, John Candy, Dave Thomas, Andrea Martin, Harold Ramis, Rick Moranis, Martin Short, and O'Hara. I actually used to think O'Hara and Eugene Levy were married in real life due to their chemistry, and I was treated to that, in a way, with Schitt's Creek. The characters created by those actors on SCTV were so different from any other characters I had ever seen on a sketch show. The format of that show was also very unique for sketch comedy. It was about a fictitious television station in Melonville, state unknown. Each episode was basically a programming day at the station, which was run by Flaherty's Guy Caballero. Those, please, worth a look if you've never seen an episode. Being introduced to Catherine O'Hara as an 8th grader allowed me to enjoy her work for what seems to me like my entire life. From then on, movies and television shows became more screen-worthy just by her involvement in them. I'm a big fan of Martin Scorsese's 1985 film After Hours, and although it's a small part, O'Hara's Gail is one of the best of a bizarre group of individuals we meet one evening in Soho. Then came Delia Dietz in Beetlejuice, 1988, and Kate McAllister in Home Alone in 1990. Macaulay Culkin called her mom for 36 years. And I think that's so sweet, and it's a reflection on the kind of person Catherine O'Hara was. And you cannot ignore Sheila Albertson, Cookie Fleck, Mickey Crabb, and Marilyn Hack in director Christopher Guest's masterful quirky quartet, Waiting for Guffman, 1996, Best in Show 2000, A Mighty Wind 2003, and For Your Consideration 2006. All four of those films are so bizarre and amazing you need to see them to believe them. And we all know real people like the characters in those movies. And you didn't always have to see her to appreciate her either. There are plenty of animated films I've watched and thought, is that Catherine O'Hara? Usually followed by a thought of, perfect casting. O'Hara lent her talented voice to 4 animated films that were nominated for Best Animated Feature Oscars, and I could tell you with 100% confidence that she was one of the reasons for those nominations. Those films were Monster House 2006, Frankenweenie 2012, Elemental 2023, and The Wild Robot 2024. And I realize one of those was a dubbed performance, but it's all good. Other notable animated O'Hara performances include Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas, 1993, Chicken Little, 2005, and Over the Hedge, 2006. Catherine O'Hara was a treasure in the true sense of the word, and before I wrap things up, I just wanted to share a few things I found out about her while prepping for this episode. She was one of 7 children, which is a lot. A good friend of mine growing up was one of 7. I spent time at his house. That's a lot of kids. Catherine O'Hara met her husband, Bo Welsh, on the set of Beetlejuice, where he was a production designer. As a wedding gift, director Tim Burton gave them tickets for a private tour of the Vatican. That could not have been cheap. I have to look that up. That's got to be a lot of money. Catherine O'Hara is featured on a Canadian postage stamp in a series that also featured Canadian comedians Jim Carrey and Mike Myers. And she wrote one of the most memorable SCTV sketches, High Q, which is a game show parody featuring Eugene Levy as Alex Trebell, and it was my mother's absolute favorite comedy sketch ever. Oh, well, that is a wrap from a Cinema Wellman that's a little darker today, but we just wanted to remember someone we never met, but consider a friend. A special thanks to my niece Allison for requesting this episode. Thank you, Cece, for forcing me to watch endless Catherine O'Hara clips for research, resulting in plenty of smiles and laughs by me, along with a few tears. We hope you're with us later today. Today? We're doing another one today? Chet, am I paying you overtime? Yeah, we're going to do back-to-backs today, and then we'll be back today for a Super Bowl Sunday Wellman special. Super Wellman Bowl, whatever we want to call it. We can't call it the Super Bowl, or we'll be sued by the NFL. Anyway, until a few hours from now, if you watch these in order, I have no clue. Take care.